Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins then. Mostly, let's start with looking at Matic and the state of Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance and the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, so all the altcoins as a whole. Just looking at this chart, Matic has decided to skyrocket, and I can't really tell you why. There's a few little clues I can say. Is that first of all, we're looking here at the Bitcoin dominance, which had its death cross over here, and it appears to be continuing with that death cross, which is quite exciting in a way, unless you're a Bitcoin maximalist. But even if you are, you've done quite well this year, and you're going to be doing very well. So let's not worry so much about that. Looks like we could be calling for maybe an alt season. I said an alt season's likely to really kick in around November at the earliest, and I still believe that, to be honest with you, because what we're looking at here, this is the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, and we've been making steady away on this 4-hourly chart. Let's just go to a daily chart now that you can see that there's no golden cross as yet, but it looks like there is one on its way. It's certainly not happening anytime soon on the daily, and that's what we really want to see. But we've staggered our way down to these levels here. We did find a little bounce here, rejected on the 200 EMA, and rejected quite heavily to find our way down at this level here, our new support, which interestingly enough is where we launched from back in April, with pretty much everything else launched pretty much April the 1st. That's where things really start to get exciting. So it's tested that quite a few times on this daily chart here, and now we're making little moves up. Now some coins are doing a lot better than others. Yesterday was a big mover for all coins across the board, but now some coins are taking the lead once again. So we've got coins like Link and XRP. Actually, XRP has really taken me by surprise. I was looking at the chart, and I've basically got that one really wrong. I thought that was going to be coming down to perhaps maybe new lows below 20 cents, but it's proved me completely wrong. And we look at this chart here, we're on a 5-minute because I was doing a bit of scalping, but I mean it's trying to recover now from this big run that it had up to 32 cents. First sort of areas of rejection are pretty much where we are now at a major support level, resistance level, but if we can break through there, then this area would certainly be one of interest, basically coming up to test this level here of the 200 EMA, which is now sloped down a little bit, being at around, well, more or less 31.8 cents. So that's where XRP is going to want to try and get to, and if it can break above there, then it really could actually do very well. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Matic, which is making bigger moves as we speak, flying all the way up there on the Tether pairing, and on the Satoshi values, it's actually smashing areas, getting all the way through. I mean, it's been a while since I've looked at this, to be honest with you, but we've got this area of support over here, which starts at around about 150 Satoshi, about 156 Satoshis, and all the way up to 171 Satoshis. That's our area of resistance that we really need to break through to make some significant gains on Matic. Now once that area is taken out, it's we're kind of looking up to sort of making our way up to this massive up area here, which is going to be almost over 100 Satoshis higher than that. I'll put a blue box in now. But look, I mean, the rate it's going, and the fact that XRP, and the interesting thing about XRP making these moves, and other coins like Ethereum and any coin within the top 20 making significant moves, is going to have an impact on these coins as well, because it affects this chart enormously. So this chart, just so you know, is all the coins excluding Bitcoin combined, so the crappiest coins you could imagine and the best coins that you can imagine, and clearly the best coins that are out there have high market caps, so when they move up, it puts a lot more weight onto these than if a really rubbish coin moves up. It's barely going to make a dent in this. So things like XRP making big moves basically makes this move, and when this moves, all the alts across the board will begin to move as a result of that, generally speaking. So that's what's likely to happen if XRP can carry on with its run and break above these areas, alongside other coins that we like to look at on this channel, like EOS and Ethereum. Bitcoin itself is not looking great, to be honest with you. In fact, Bitcoin, I believe, Bitcoin, I believe, is likely to be coming down below 8,000, so into the 7,000 areas. And the reason I say that is that when we broke down this first time, we wicked into this blue box territory. We wicked into it again just recently, 2 days ago. We wicked into it and actually had a candle body close into it. Yesterday we broke back out of there, rejected from this level here, which isn't a great area to be rejected from. You wanted to see it really come back up to this level here, around about 8,500 or more before a rejection, but it got rejected at this level here, and now we're starting. It's not looking incredibly bearish, but we're starting to create another rejection point from this level here. We look at the weekly. We had another weekly close here in the red, and actually in the monthly we've had 3 candle closes in the red, which is the first time that's ever happened in a so-called bull market with Bitcoin. That's never happened before in its 10 years of history. And you know, we're at the beginning of a new month really, but it's still red. So if that were to be 4 candles in a row, that's be an interesting situation, and it might give rise to a lot of these coins. I'm not going to say that they're going to recover their sort of most recent highs of this year. Some of them might, but you know, they're definitely going to benefit from this, and the Bitcoin dominance is certainly going to take a really big knock as this happens. Now the moves are unfolding as we speak. They're only a couple of days into it, so anything can happen. You know, we've had turnarounds like this quite quickly when Bitcoin dominance started to take a dip and the total market cap started to rise, and then we just got completely rejected and you know turned completely 180 degrees back around the other way. So it can happen again, clearly can happen again. But as it speaks at the moment, it looks like small cap coins are making big moves, like Matic for instance. Large cap coins like XRP are making big moves. We've had big moves with coins like EOS and Link, so that is only going to create a weaker Bitcoin dominance chart and a stronger total market cap of all altcoins combined, meaning that we could be on track for that November turnaround, and when that happens I would expect to see moves like this, and maybe at that point some of these coins can start to make their way back up to their previous highs of this year, and some of them might even top that. So I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching, have a nice evening and take it easy.